was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that we you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will give. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town,
To feel-good stories and messages of hope,
a few jokes and live calling,
highlighting local businesses,
discussing hot trends and news stories.
a dash of feel-good nostalgia,
I love those morning cartoons.
keeping up with upcoming events,
Sometimes trying a delicious foods.
weekly horoscope updates,
An occasional flying duck.
some sparkle dust,
Don't forget my bell.
and my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Hillary, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
And welcome, welcome, welcome to the dwarf people of Captain Kohutep. If I get any smaller, I don't understand something about millennial directors.
They
They
like
seem to
headroom
love to think that the thing above my head, that 15 feet above
of
me,
dragon.
makes sense.
Dragon.
Yeah. Hello from down yonder. But this
Here's
is
your
true
patches.
about all of them. Every single
I
one
think
of
they
them
like
comes in
scenery.
here.
It's not a bad thing. If you look at TV, they always have headroom.
This isn't that type of TV.
But
This is
that's the difference.
Because look at the artwork in the back.
It's not a bad shot.
We've got some colors going on. We've got some negativity going on.
So you like this shot because it shows everything behind you, right?
Yeah.
Shows
Is
the
that what you said?
environment.
If it's just zoomed in
So
on you,
is the show about the environment?
it's
Well,
about the
behind
environment
me-
and you guys.
We've got Nigel. We've got the family of the Renaissance, and we've got some other artwork by
All
Sally
right, so
Bernard.
let me see the camera on these two critics over here, Hansel and Gretel. Let me see. Now that shot is tighter, but look at all that room.
But look, you get to see all the artwork
You get
by
to see
J.
the
Harmon Art.
astronaut from Russia.
You get to see a door.
And the door,
and the curtains.
and the window. And we don't have a
the
camera on you,
wall.
huh, Nabil?
And the ground.
Anyway, happy Thursday, everyone. What happens when I'm away for 24 hours?
Nothing happened.
I see that. Nothing. Nothing. I found coffee cups filled with coffee.
That was my cup.
I found flowers on the floor.
I don't know where that came from. There was no flower.
The big orchid plant was on the floor.
Oh, you put that one on the floor.
I found lavaliers not
Excuse
connected
me.
to the set.
Excuse me. The flowers were removed from the set because we were wishing your smart ass a happy holiday, and the producer says you couldn't see it.
Okay.
Remember we moved
Am
it
I
on the phone?
wrong?
No.
You couldn't see the message. I'm like, she needs to see the message.
But it doesn't matter that it
Listen.
was put here
You
because
moved
from
it.
here it could be moved. That's not a problem.
It
I
can
don't wanna
all
hear
be
it.
moved.
I don't
You
wanna
put
hear
it on the ground. I didn't say put on the ground. I
What
said
was I gonna do? Put it in my car? Where am I
Maybe.
gonna put it? We were on
throw it
commercial
across
break.
the room.
Then she threw everybody off the set. All right, you out of here.
Katie did?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
she threw Josh off the set.
Oh, yeah.
And then she sat there.
And then Josh comes and he's gonna sit like an Indian.
He was dressed
His
as a
hat
cowboy,
was
though.
sitting
backwards.
comfy.
I said, no.
There
You
was
gotta
something
get
wrong with my hat.
dressed.
He
What?
was dressed as a cowboy in overalls.
I changed them.
Well, what do you mean you changed him? Your wardrobe change?
I gave him
Wardrobe.
a hat and told him to put his feet on the ground.
He was comfortable.
This is not about comfort. Not about comfort.
Everything.
Anyway, happy
during the
Thursday,
show.
everyone. I had
So-
a holiday under the stars is what
And
I
then we
did.
had to
How
run.
was
I'm
your
not
holiday?
done. I'm not done.
Well,
not
we're
done?
talking about
No.
Dawn now. How was your holiday?
No, we're not done. So she wants to know why we ran out of here, right? So at 2 o'clock, chef goes on at 3, and I had to go over to the studio. It wasn't like we were doing it here. So everybody had to vacate, and then people had to go to school at 2. So there was nobody here. Everybody left.
I was here
No, you went over to the studio.
helping.
Help
So
me get
there's
the
your
studio.
answer.
Oh, I know there's an answer. Anyway, it's all good. What happens when mom's away? When mom goes away,
And
we
she
know what
continues
happens.
to harp on that.
Nope, it's all good. Anyway, my holiday was nice.
Was it?
Yes.
What kind of food did you eat after fast?
Ask her more about her holiday.
It was lovely. We had, I'm thinking Friday night, Tuesday night? Tuesday night was Kol Nidre, so instead of going to synagogue, which I haven't been to in 3 years because I'm a little COVID PTSD, we had some friends over and watched it outside. Well, you guys were over on that covered patio, so it was lovely to be back in nature, where I think where spirituality actually all began before we had AC in buildings. And then the kids came over yesterday and we did the same thing. We watched services outside. It was a beautiful breeze. Everyone was kind of hanging out, doing their thing. My parents came over. And then we went to somebody's house for dinner. And then,
Whose house?
some people we know. You know them, actually.
Who?
It's not important.
Whose house?
Anyway,
More information to
The
know.
message of the sermon was, and I was
Ooh,
a little...
Good one, Emil. Ooh.
Ooh, there you go. So here was the
good
message
Emil.
of the sermon.
I
That
told him that.
we should be decent. There should be decency among people. And I was kind of taken aback on Tuesday night saying, I think the rabbi lowered the bar by asking people only to be decent towards each other. I thought there should be kindness and compassion and giving. And then I realized yesterday that the rabbi set the bar exactly where people need to be, because people cannot even be decent to each other at the end of a holiday. The holiest day of the year, when you're supposed to forgive and repent and move forward and ask for forgiveness and better yourself, they still can't be decent.
Because people suck.
They still, so I take back what I thought, that the rabbi actually should have raised the bar to kindness and compassion, that I thought he lowered to decency, but apparently there are people that still cannot be decent to each other, and I do not understand.
What makes you say that?
I don't understand where we lost compassion along the way as mankind, humankind.
But what makes you say all of this?
Yes.
Interesting
Because
tidbits.
people
You're also negative.
are not all, it's not even the negativity, it's how you treat other
Yeah.
people. Like if he chooses to be negative, that's his
Yeah.
situation.
Who?
You. Or anybody that,
I'm not being
anyone
negative.
that's negative, that's their situation. But when you can't even be decent and cordial to people, then I feel like, what has mankind learned? And we wonder why we're in war, and we wonder why we have famine, and we wonder
Did you
why
go
we
to
have
war
disease.
yesterday? Is that what happened?
There's war in the Ukraine.
No, did you go to war? Not about what's happening or what's
Did I?
happening here. Yeah, because apparently
Apparently people don't know how to be
you
decent
seem to
towards
be
each
very
other.
upset, and you're spreading that negativity.
No, I just don't
with everybody.
understand, because I
Big
think we
A
should all
for
be
you.
kind to each other, and I think we should all have compassion towards each
It's
other.
funny.
And they cannot.
It's funny. Wasn't yesterday a day of repent and ask for
Exactly
forgiveness?
my
Do you know
point.
why they have? You guys have a day for that? Because you don't. Because we don't. Because we
don't.
aren't. That's why you need a day to say, please forgive me, because I'm about to stick
do
this
it
broken
again.
pencil in your ear.
Again.
Over and over again.
I don't get it.
You don't get what? Without the broken pencil in the ear, you wouldn't
I
have
don't
yesterday.
understand why people cannot be kind to each other. Any
'Cause
any
people
ideas?
People are people. It's going to be what it's going to
People
be.
have bad days and they take it out on other people because that's what they think they. Can you not? People
Are you ever not nice to somebody?
Oh yeah.
Katie, no.
I have my days.
Really?
And nights, and
Yeah.
afternoons,
Yeah.
and
Really?
mid-morning.
But you know
I've
what?
never seen her
Every
not
time
nice.
I come in here, I'm always positive.
You are.
Maybe it goes downhill throughout the day, but in the beginning, I'm very positive.
I don't know
And you're
about
very
that.
negative.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
about that.
positive.
I think I'm more positive than you. I'm going to
That
ask
is the
Josh.
most
Is she
false
always
statement.
very positive?
I think Katie's always nice to people.
No, there you go. The evidence is right there. She beats up on Josh early in the morning.
No,
I saw it yesterday. Early in the morning. You ever heard
I
that
don't
song?
think so. I think every one of our crew is kind to each other.
Yeah, then
I
I
haven't
agree.
seen anyone not kind to each other.
And then I also want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. If you do something and something happens, there's a negative reaction to it, are you supposed to sit there and say, that's okay, don't worry about it. We'll get another building now that you burn this one down?
I don't know.
I think it just depends on what you choose to do. If you want to be a nice person and jump in, then do
So
it.
I should ignore things that don't work. If you do
No.
something wrong, I should say, it's okay, Katie, keep doing it wrong because you're not going to learn.
No.
It's okay.
No.
So how do you want me to treat that kind of challenging moment? What do you want me to say? How would you like me to deliver my frustration, for lack of a better word?
Well,
Tell me, I'll do it.
don't throw it back at them.
How
I
do
like
you
it when
teach?
people yell at me. If I do something wrong, I want you to tell me.
There's two types of yells with you.
No, I want you.
Yes, there's two. There's the one that you take to heart, and there's the other one that says, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. I've seen it. But my question is, if we do, you're teaching somebody something. You're
morning.
teaching somebody something,
Okay.
and the next day they do it wrong again, and you teach them again, because I've seen you do this. And the third day they do it again. What do you say? Is there something wrong? Am I teaching wrong? Do you blame yourself? Do you live in guilt? What do you do?
You
That's
just,
not guilt.
you just raise your voice a little bit more. You got to get inside their head.
Or you ask them a question. Can I ask you why you did it after me showing you 3 times? Now, you can't deliver it that way. This is what you're thinking. So you say, can you explain to me what you did? And there's no answer. So what do you do?
But they all have answers. They did it because. Did you hear our show on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Did you
I was
hear
here.
that the other side of love is fear, not hate, but fear.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, did you?
Yes.
Because you've come in here with a whole lot of fear.
Because it's not fear. I just
That
don't
was not
understand. I
fear.
don't understand.
What is it?
Because I don't understand why people can't be kind to each other. That's not fear. That's me not understanding
What level of kind?
why. Okay, so like the rabbi said, decency.
Why is it that when the rabbi says it, it's the only time that makes sense?
It didn't make sense at
But
the time.
why are you putting the rabbi above everybody
Okay,
else?
what I say. Why can't we be decent to each other?
What's a sign of not decent? Explain, Lucy.
Go ahead.
Because people will try to be nice, and then they get shut down by people who are negative and are not having a good day, which turns them into a bad person. Not to a bad person, but into having a bad mood, and then that goes on and on and on to everyone else in the world.
Okay, then let me give you an example. I heard a rumor that there are times that you could be very forceful when you're trying to teach a lesson.
There you go.
Just leave it there.
Did you hear what I said?
What? Say it again.
I heard, of course she doesn't hear
What?
that. I heard that you can be very forceful when you try to teach. Don't give me the shoulders. I want you to tell me what does that
Well,
mean.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different.
But
and
it doesn't make
my-
you a bad person,
My
right?
OCD takes over, and it's just.
But it doesn't make you a bad person.
But why is I
Yes.
think forceful means you know there's a certain way it needs to be done, and you want to make sure it is done that way.
Okay,
So if you said to someone who is zeroing out the board every day,
which we're going to talk about right now. Who zeroed out the A board yesterday? After I
Raise your
purposely
hand.
said, do not zero out boards anymore. Do not zero out
maybe they don't know what
boards.
zeroing out means.
Do not bring all the sliders down.
There you go. Now they understand.
I thought it was the game.
No, we can bring the
That you
sliders
zeroed out.
down.
No.
Yep.
You know why? Because when you bring the sliders down, they turn the gains down. It's not an X in the match. They just do all.
I know, but we can leave the gains up. We can turn the sliders down to know what mics we have out, though.
Oh, that's why they turn the sliders down so if the mics aren't in use.
So what's the preview on and off button for?
To figure out who's on what mic if you don't
Right,
know
so why
what
do
you
you need
should
the
know
slider?
beforehand.
But let me tell you what happens. You can't see
You
who's
can't
on
see a
mic
preview.
4 because we don't have somebody on the floor.
I know,
because
but
we
say we have
refuse to wear headsets.
say we have one to three out and not 4, 5, 6.
Right.
4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have the sliders down to let them know that that's not out there. But I'll have 1, 2, and 3 up, ready to go.
But
with
why
the
do
mic
you
check.
do when all 6 are out? Then you have to recalculate every slider again instead of doing it beginning at the shoe.
For the slider? Not really. You just balance it out.
You see, you look at it because you understand it. To teach it to somebody who doesn't, you're going to run into problems.
Okay.
You ever notice on the recordings, it goes real high and it starts to come down? Because they're balancing out the slider during production. You don't do that. Everything is done before and set.
That's why I always say, at least when you have your sliders, put them at least halfway. That's where it should start at least. And then you can raise it a little bit as you go, but never put it below.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I'm
Let me
going to
ask you a
change it up a
question though.
little.
Do you really think the sliders make more of a
Yes,
change in the
yes.
game?
Everything on
100%. We
sending
were
it, it
testing
does
mics
not hit.
earlier, and I could just tell we raised just the slider,
And
and it
not
made a
the
huge
gain.
difference. I said, don't touch the gain yet.
Here's the difference.
We were testing mics earlier, and I could
That's the difference. The difference is not in what's happening here. The
It's
difference
what's
is
happening on Facebook.
Thank you.
If you
And
don't
on
listen
social
to
media.
Facebook, then you're not going to understand
Then
what
you
it
don't
sounds
care.
like.
Now, this is what we're going to do. We are going to sign in the audio person. I would like to keep it to a minimum of 2.
We're doing this on air.
Yeah. Because what I like to do is I like to set everything up audio-wise
It's like a military. He's like, what?
until the end of the day. Then if you want to turn them down, it's fine. But I hate coming in here in the morning and see them down because and then I have to redo them again.
It just means the mics aren't being used.
All of them?
Yeah, because in the morning they weren't being used.
I understand it, but then they have to be recalibrated.
Anyway, you guys did a nice job yesterday, I must say.
Well, wait a minute. We're
It
not
was a
done
nice
with
show.
this.
Yeah, we're moving on.
No, I want to know what happened to you between yesterday and the day before about positivity. Why'd you come in so negative? What occurred? Were you forgiven? And who forgives you?
It's not about, so that was the other thing. Ever go to church and you read a prayer and you go, I really disagree with this whole situation. Or go to synagogue and go, I disagree with this interpretation.
All the time.
All right, and then then you move on. You have to figure it out within yourself, right? So it's not that you're forgiven by. I mean, essentially you
It
are.
depends
but
who
you
you're
need
talking to.
You need to figure it out on your own.
If you're talking to the rabbi, it ain't gonna go away.
Yeah, it depends on where you are in Judaism. If you're Reformed to Orthodox, if you're Reformed, it's more about
you guys
yourself.
have issues.
But there's a whole lot of stuff in between. But anyway, it was nice to see the kids. It was nice to spend it with my parents, and you know, you
see,
never know when
I-
you have another holiday, so you keep going.
I remember telling
Period
myself,
with it too.
my parents, I spend every holiday, I don't care what it is. I don't care if Christmas, I don't care what it is. It's, if you get together with your parents at this age, just have fun, man. Forget about all the politics. Did you see Biden and DeSantis standing next to each other? Now, these guys are probably going to run for president against each other.
They were at Fort Myers, right? In the Lee County?
And they looked at each other, and we're going to put all politics aside. Of course, you know, starting next week, they're going to crucify each other because it's going to be election time, and the two of them are going to butt heads.
Yeah, I see the commercials are starting to pick up.
Of course. Well, one called the other guy a bumbling idiot, and the other guy called the other guy un-American. I mean,
I
but
don't even want to get into
let's take a
politics
picture.
of what it.
But-
Again,
but what I'm
decency.
saying-
Because here's the thing. Right now, there are people out of work, major loss of life, major home damage. People have lost everything: homes, jobs, property, lives. It's not about the politics. It's about being kind and decent to each other, to our fellow man, and saying, "Let me help you."
I know, but you went to a dinner party. That's not going to be the conversation or the feeling.
Well,
You're at production
It should
doing
be.
a show. That's not going to be the conversation.
but
or the
maybe
feeling.
that's what we need to do more of.
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Ask Katie. Don't you think we should be kinder to each other, more decency, more
Yeah.
positivity?
All right. So you want to
I
go?
agree.
You want to go to? What is that thing you go to? Not church. What is it?
Synagogue?
You want to go to synagogue now and stay there all day?
Why?
Because that's what you're implying, that we should be mindful and thoughtful and nothing
But
we
why
do
do you have
should-
to do it in synagogue? Why don't we do it in real world?
Because we need a constant reminder.
Well, then
What do you
maybe we
think
should
Christians
be,
wear
maybe
the
we should be
cross?
the constant reminder.
What is this? There's something in the Jewish religion that you constantly see? The
The
Star of
Jewish
David.
star,
Why?
high.
Oh, the Star of David. Why? Even I know the Star of David. Why?
Because that's the symbol for Judaism.
What's the Star of David mean to you?
Judaism, son.
Is that what it means? Judaism.
I've been
son.
waiting to do that line for so long.
What's the Star of David mean to you? Absolutely nothing. What's the cross? A chain on a cross. What does it mean to you?
It's like the symbol for Christianity.
Now you see, this is the deal. It isn't us. It's what we've been taught.
Of course.
It's you won't have room. It's what we've been taught. You know that, right?
100%.
So there's the answer to your problem why we're not nice to each other, because we've been taught not to be nice to each other.
Correct. I think I have an issue with that. I think we need to reteach our youth about kindness. You know what that book, Everything I Learned in kindergarten, sharing, how to play nice, how to talk nice to our friends, how to play, share our crayons, share our Play-Doh, all the simple things in life. Say please and thank you, wash your hands, back to kindergarten and
That's
preschool.
pre-COVID, yeah.
Well, you know what? We should be doing this as adults.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever
Period.
bought dinner for somebody at a restaurant you didn't know?
Do what?
No.
You ever bought dinner for somebody at a restaurant that you did not know? In other words, you see two people, elderly or whatever. Have you ever bought dinner?
No.
You ever bought dinner for somebody you don't know at a restaurant?
Have you ever bought dinner for someone at a restaurant?
That you didn't know them. You see them over there, you tell the waiter, listen, I want to pay that tab. Don't tell them it's me.
Oh,
I
no.
had someone
But
do that for me.
I was in a drive-through line one time, and the person in front of me, they paid for my order. Said like, oh, it's a chain, and so I
So you
had
did
to. So like, okay.
You had to.
Well, I mean, if I didn't,
it's
then
what
I
she's-
would be
No,
known
no,
to be
no.
a bad person.
No,
right?
no, yeah, there you have it. You see what I'm talking about? She was taught that she has to, otherwise it's guilt.
No,
Don't
she
make
made,
things
guilt,
out of
no.
she made
Well-
a choice to pay it
Well,
forward.
if someone pays for me in front of me, and they're like, oh, it's a chain, keep it going. If I say no, then like that's rude, and that's kind of
you
saying
would-
that you're not a nice person.
But you would. Okay, I'm not
That-
gonna.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
know.
go. I'm not gonna go down the road. I'm just saying there is a perfect example. You ever bought a meal for somebody at a restaurant?
Not in a restaurant, but at a drive-through, yes.
You bought for the person
Or at a
behind you?
toll behind me when I'm going through when we used to have toll booths. That was
A
before
toll
you guys
booth?
had Sun
You had to
Pass.
pay with money.
We had to give them cash.
I there was a
They're
time
like,
where
"What? You had to
before
pay
I got
cash?"
before I got a Sun Pass, I thought that I thought you just like didn't have to pay. You could just zoom through. So I zoomed through and I got all these tickets. And I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I was supposed to pay those." And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, because my friend at the time, she was in front of me and she would be getting out quarters. I'm like, why are you taking so long? Just zoom through.
Remember, we had to throw the quarters in the basket. If you missed, you had to start all over again.
I used to stop, open the door, and look for change on the floor and pay it that way.
Quarter.
Did that
You're
for a
just like,
while.
throw them in.
Now, have you ever gone down Federal Highway or something and you see a homeless person, turn around, go in and buy something and bring it to them? You ever done that?
No, I'm not.
No,
I
but
better
there
not
are
do that.
Okay, I'm just laying it out there because we were taught to keep going. In New York, you know how many times? And it's funny, I meet Linda. Linda and Freddie and me were in the car, and she made us turn around, go into Walmart, and buy a case of water for somebody on Federal and Linton. It's a lady out there, has been there for years, and we bought her that. And then with another guy, I gave him a bag over at McDonald's. You know what he told me? You ain't got no ketchup.
Oh my gosh.
I said, really? I had to go back and get ketchup. But the bottom line is, look at what happens when you give it. Number one, you have to be careful because they get mad. People get mad. They rather take the money because they want to buy whatever
What
they
they
want to
want.
buy. And the other thing is, will you do it? Exactly what you said is what we are taught. We do things out of guilt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. If the person in front of you pays for your ticket, oh, now I got to do this for the guy behind me because he did it for me.
Maybe it's not
right.
guilt. Maybe it's a reminder of, you know what, that's kind of nice to do. Maybe you reshape it and say,
All right, use
say it
the words
something
you want.
differently.
A little bit of both.
I want you, everybody
thinks
in
it's
here, the
both, she
next
said.
time,
It depends.
the next time you go to, don't go to Starbucks because the coffee's $27. But the next time you go through a drive-through,
On $27.
pay for the car behind you, and then tell us. Tell us. Leave your card with the person from Starbucks and do it over and over again. You want to make change? There you have it.
Well, you
You'll
can't
start.
leave your card with the person at Starbucks.
Yes, you can.
and they're
Just
gonna-
tell them, listen, take this and put it there because every time I come, I'm
No,
going
but
to
when are
do
you
that.
going to get it back?
Oh, you mean your credit card?
Not your credit
What are
card,
you
your
talking about?
business card. Don't
Who's-
you have a
who
business
get-
card?
No.
Well, we're going to make one for you.
All right.
I told her that the other day.
Yeah.
She needs a
Everybody in here
business
should
card.
have a business card. I don't understand why you don't.
You do, don't you? I thought you did.
He
He
never
did a
designed
headshot.
it.
He did a headshot, but no business card.
He didn't design
I
it.
forgot to design
You
it.
forgot.
You have a business card? Well, why don't you? Secret ops. Everybody in here, well, it's going to be a project we're going to do. We're going to have Kenny Love.
We're all gonna sit around in
Supply
a
them.
circle. And we're all gonna design our own business cards. Woo woo!
If you want change, somebody has to start. That's all I got to say.
Can one person make a difference?
Ask Christ.
I think
so.
So it starts with one.
You know something about Christ? There's the good, there's the bad, and there's the indifferent. Okay? Jews don't believe that Christ was, there is a Messiah. They believe something else. Catholics believe, but they still have his name on their lips. And that's all he wanted. That is all he asked for.
I don't think he asked for that.
That's all he
You
wanted.
think he knew that he was going to be the savior at the time of his life that
No,
they
he
would
asked
continue
God
to
to show him
perpetuate?
that. He did that at the Garden of Eden or whatever the garden was. He showed him. But the bottom line is when Pontius Pilate said to him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" He says, "You can call me anything you want. Because it's your interpretation. It doesn't matter what I tell you." And that's what I'm telling you now. Sometimes change comes good, bad, and indifferent. That's why 3 is a magical number. Because you're never going to change people's opinion.
Yeah, I know.
But you can put people's names on their lips, your name on their lips, and that makes a change.
They may curse you and then your name on their
That's
list.
okay. But they're acknowledging you to curse you. You know, I have a feeling that Mr. Putin's desire to destroy the world is under that strategy. Everybody's talking about Putin. Good, bad, and indifferent. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing all nuclear wars and nuclear, and you better stop that nonsense
Yeah, what's
about
going
talking
on with
about
North
that.
Korea and South Korea and all
Because
this
all
nonsense?
of the hype, they're getting all of the hype is staying in the mass media with the word N, nuclear. And now North Korea is doing it because they see Putin's getting run.
So SpaceX went up there yesterday or
This
today.
morning, 7 o'clock. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it
I
outside.
saw
I
the
saw-
jelly.
But it's interesting how SpaceX went up, but yet we still can't get that other one up.
SpaceX is a little thing
It's
like
smaller?
this. Yeah, the other one is a little complicated.
10
It's
hours
going,
out
and it's
to
going
the
to the
pad,
moon
10 hours back
and
to the pad.
It's going to the moon.
The moon or Mars?
It's going to the moon. The next one's going to Mars.
I have a random question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever looked for powdered sugar at the grocery store and just not been able to find it anywhere?
Looking for what?
Powdered sugar.
No.
You found it?
Yeah, it's all over.
I looked like 7,000
Did you look in the
times.
sugar aisle?
Yes. And I
What-
looked every single one. I asked someone, I said, where's the powdered sugar? On aisle 3. I'm like, okay, great. I already looked there, but I'll look again. Went back, didn't see it. I was like,
Confectioner sugar?
no, just, I
That's
don't
what
know.
it's
At
called.
some point, I was like, all right. No,
Oh, wait, did you look for the word powdered or confectioners?
well, both.
Okay.
You know what a confectioner sugar is? I never heard of that in my
It's
life.
powdered sugar.
Well, I didn't see it. So
Take sugar and a rolling pin and roll it
I don't have
100,000
time
times.
for that. No.
What are you cooking?
I was going to make puppy chow.
Puppy chow.
What the hell is that?
You take Crispix, you know Crispix, the cereal? Crispix, melted chocolate, peanut butter, powdered sugar, put it in a bag,
Oh, and you shake it.
shake it around, take it out, eat it. Bam.
Bam.
Do you
Oh,
think do you think it does it matter the kind of sugar?
powdered
Yeah.
has to, it's like flaky white, so it has to coat it.
Yeah.
Look on Amazon, you get it delivered next day.
No, it's like,
They have it at Publix. Who ordered Popeyes yesterday? There was a big box of Popeyes in the fridge.
My lunch.
With Popeyes? It's funny, I was talking to someone yesterday about Popeyes. Really? You eat Popeyes?
Yeah, it's the best food in the world.
It's,
Do
the,
you
it's
know
the best chicken sandwich.
the best?
That's what I was
Do
talking
you
to
know
somebody
how
else
much
yesterday.
You get for $5 from Popeyes? And now I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna jinx it. For $5,
That's your
you
Popeyes?
get five. Yes, you get 5 pieces of chicken. So I ate some of it and I brought the rest for lunch. Oh, I forgot my chicken. Where's your chicken?
I went to Park Avenue yesterday and I had leftover chicken. I was gonna bring it in for lunch, but I forgot it.
How expensive is Park Avenue?
It's not
$15,
bad.
$20?
No, $14 for my chicken tenders, fries, applesauce, and cornbread.
Where's Park Avenue?
Palm Beach Lakes.
Oh, okay.
Popeye gives you bread, 5 pieces of chicken, and then I got 2 sides. And
Boston Market.
no, Boston Market is expensive.
Have you been to Boston
all
Market?
the time?
It is so good.
Where is
Ooh.
there one even?
Well, the drive-through one,
This one down here?
no.
No.
I drove all the way
Atlantic.
just for that.
There's one on Atlantic Avenue,
Yeah, there's
or north of Atlantic.
there's one on Glaze.
You like the mac and cheese?
And their chicken. I mean their dark meat chicken.
IHOP has a mac and cheese sandwich that Gio had. But they're changing the menu Monday, so if you want the old menu, go to them.
What's your favorite fast food, Daniel?
Fast food?
Pop Tarts.
I consider all of that they talked about as fast food.
Favorite?
It's fast.
Probably go to Chick-fil-A the most.
Woo-hoo!
Chick-fil-A is good.
Go there yesterday.
He went.
That's the FAU one where I have to go find parking in the campus
Oh, that's a
parking lot
pain.
and walk all
That's
the way
a
up
pain.
there.
Go to the one on Linton and Federal.
It's too far.
No, the greatest place
Takes
is
15 minutes.
KFC. You go-
Popeyes is better.
No. You go to KFC and you get it's called a chicken tender bucket for 2.
Yeah.
And it's just chicken tenders and fries in a bucket. It's the greatest bucket of all time.
Go to Popeyes and ask them for the $5 special. They give you the biggest. You got to see these pieces. They were all like that.
I was talking to someone last night, and she works for Popeye. So we were talking about the chicken sandwich and how everyone orders in food
Delicious.
here. And when Popeye's chicken sandwich comes, it feeds a family of 4. And I opened the refrigerator this morning, and there's a box of Popeyes. And I was cracking up. I'm like, who ordered the Popeyes?
There's 3 big pieces in there.
That's hilarious.
I ate the bread.
That is hilarious, all I can tell you. So I get home last night, and I open up my cleaning bag, and it had this horrible smell. And I'm like, ugh, I cannot wear these clothes. They smell musty. So then I douse them in my perfume. And Chuck goes into like I said, do you smell this? He goes, it smells fine. I said, I am not putting these clothes in my body. I cannot even keep them in the bedroom. I take them in another room, put a bag over them. I was like,
It sounds
Wait
like
a minute.
crime
Hold on
scene.
a second.
it
Hold
was
on.
so
Wait. What
bad.
does that have to do
Stench.
with the vacuum bag?
You know, the cleaning comes in a plastic bag.
Or you went to, she said
dry
vacuum.
cleaners.
You mean the dry cleaner?
The dry cleaners. They pick up my cleaning, they deliver it to the house.
Yeah.
So I open up the bag, and the smell was like,
Of
like-
dry cleaner?
Yes. This
There
horrible
was really something
smell.
wrong with
That's
you.
kind of what Chuck said. What is wrong with you? I said, you smell my clothes. He says, they smell fine. I go, oh, I
They
cannot
smell
put
like dry
I'm like,
cleaner.
I cannot put these clothes on my body. There is absolutely no way I'm walking around smelling like this. So, called the cleaner this
Those clothes
morning.
were in the dry cleaner?
No.
So you call them and what? Tell them don't dry clean the
I
clothes?
told them my clothes smell awful. Can they please come take a look at the order? So they're like, well, pick them back up this morning and take a look at them. I know.
There's something wrong with you.
Yesterday, there's something seriously wrong with me.
Dry
There's something
cleaners.
wrong with everyone.
You know,
I'm
they
very
have,
sensitive to smells.
they have this bag that you put in your dryer. It's a dry cleaner bag. You ever use it?
Yeah.
And it washes your clothes like a dry cleaner.
dry
and
cleans
the
it.
and it smells just like the dry cleaner. I love that thing.
What about the mothballs?
No, don't put a mothball in your dryer. They'll
I don't.
melt.
My aunt was like, "Oh, put one in there."
No.
Mothballs?
Am I saying the right thing?
They're like fabric balls. The things
Yeah.
that like bang them out.
I
They're
don't
like
know.
dry cleaner balls, and they like
You put
supposed
them in
to
the
dry.
dryer.
And they go blah, 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 blah.
I hate it when you walk into people's houses and they have mothballs all over the place. So I say to them, do you have that many moths? Oh, it's for the dampness. First of all, mothballs don't do anything for dampness. You need that damp right
It's a
there.
marketing
Damp bread.
scheme.
I
Don't
don't think
buy
we have
it.
mothballs in Florida. Because mothballs are supposed to. We do?
Yeah, I've sold them at Walmart.
For what though?
I have no idea.
People eat them. They
People were
smell.
talking about the worst one the other day, the worst jobs that you've had. Anyone have a bad job? Walmart selling mothballs?
Cashier at Walmart.
That's
Bad?
bad. I can't see you doing that.
There's people there that do that because they have to. That's their job. I feel bad for them. I feel bad.
What about the Walmart greeter? Hey, how you doing?
We don't
Hey,
have-
Ralph.
Not like Mike Wazowski.
That's Ralph from Walmart over in
Oh, not Mike Wazowski,
Military
the-
Avenue. I know him personally. I've seen him for 8 years. Hey, how you doing?
Sound like the librarian, like the snail from from Monsters Inc. Remember?
That was your worst job. Katie, what was your worst job?
I
Have you had a bad one yet?
don't really know if I've had a bad job.
Anyone? Daniel, ever have a bad job?
Pizza delivery for Papa John's.
Bad?
That's tough.
Not a fan of it.
That's
Why?
tough. Any delivery is a tough
It's
job.
because I can't pick and choose my deliveries on that one. That one I have to do whatever they assign to me. And sometimes you could tell how much they tip you beforehand.
It's not going to be a fun delivery.
So I have to drive like 20 minutes over to someone's house for $1.
I was going to ask you, what's like considered a good tip and a bad tip?
20%.
Depends on the pricing and how far
20%.
I'm driving.
Should be 20% of the bill.
And when you're delivery, do they pay you for delivery, or are you just working on the tip that you're getting?
Majority it's tips.
So a $20 order, I leave you $4. And if you have to drive 20 minutes, it is what it is. You're not going to pay somebody $10 because you're out of, I mean, it's tough. What do you do?
I had to deal with it as a
Yeah, I was
driver. I can't do
wondering,
anything
do you get
about
like from the food delivery? Do they pay you X amount and then the tips are above and beyond? But
it. Oh no, I don't have like a set amount I get paid every week.
it's,
What do you give somebody? What's a good tip? $5 across the board? Just say it's $5.
That ain't bad. If I'm bringing you like 30 pizzas and you just give me $5,
No,
I mean,
30 pizzas would be 30 times would be 60, so you would get $12 tip.
Mm-hmm.
$12.
That's 20% of.
That's 20%.
but
No
do
less.
people tip
No less.
20% on delivery?
I don't know. I'm asking them. This is why I don't get delivery, by the way. I feel guilty. I say, is that enough?
Like $100 sushi order. Do I give them $20 when the order is still
I
in
would.
2 bags?
I would.
We need to chill out on these machines that ask you to tip every single time you pay.
I don't tip at all if I'm there.
I don't either. But like if I go to like I Heart Mac and Cheese, I'm just paying.
Why would you tip?
I
It's
don't know.
guilt.
Oh,
The guilt.
Don't,
There's some
don't
places.
Tip.
I don't.
There's some places that automatically put the tip in it without even asking you. I'm like, excuse
They're
you.
supposed to, by law, tell you they're going to do that, and you don't have to stay.
Well, most places they have a suggested tip amount on the bottom. They say 10%, 20%, whatever.
Yeah, but not on a pickup order. If I'm going to go pick up from somebody,
Or
why
if
am
you
I
go
paying
and
a
dine
tip?
See, that's what I was wondering. If you're picking up, are you supposed to tip
No.
or not
On a pickup?
on a pickup?
No.
Like
No.
you go to a sub place, you order, you pick it up. Tip?
No.
No.
Why?
Well, that was my question. I feel this over sense of guilt as to
Oh, I'm
they
sorry.
want me.
You live in guilt.
I do
This is the
sometimes
pro- oh, you
when
know
it comes
something?
to tipping people.
We got to take a commercial break.
Okay.
We're supposed to do that. Silence. You have to let us know when we have to take a commercial break. We have to go. Let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back and talk about tipping.
We'll be right back.
Take out the lower third second. There you go. Now go into the commercial.
ambassador for the Eco Trail Trekker Health and Wellness Expo and Run happening right here in our community, January 22nd, 2023. Today's tip is about a speedy recovery and reducing your inflammation. See, inflammation is the root cause of so many diseases and it can really slow down your recovery. But there's one thing that you can buy in your supermarket that will change all of that for you. And it's something that I do every day. I run over 30 miles a week when I'm in training and I have zero pain. Why? Because I do this one thing and I'm here to share with you. Guys, this is pineapple as we all know it. Pineapple has a natural enzyme called bromelain, and bromelain is a major anti-inflammatory. I'm going to show you the best way to have pineapple is you can buy it fresh cut in the store. As long as it's fresh cut, it's great. And the best way to have it is to cut it yourself. But a lot of people don't do that because they don't know how to cut it. So today's video is going to show you exactly how to cut a pineapple so you can reduce your inflammation and speed up your recovery and get back to enjoying your exercise. Okay guys, first thing is you need to make sure the pineapple's right. How do you do that? Pull out one of the leaves. See how easy that came out? That's what it needs to do. Turn it on its side, okay guys, and we're going to cut off the top. Okay? Cut the top right off. Okay? If you plant this in your garden just like this, you're gonna have a stick that comes out and you're gonna have a pineapple. It's the most amazing thing. Okay guys, take your pineapple and watch what you're gonna do. Ready? This is gonna be under a minute. Ready? And most people know how to do this, so they actually don't buy the pineapple. We're gonna make a big flower. Check this out. Let it fall down. You don't even have to have these come off. There we go. The next one. Look how fast this is. It's clean. Everyone says, oh my gosh, Lindsay, I can't do this because it makes too much of a mess. There's no mess with this. You're gonna see right in the center of this is a stalk. Okay, so you wanna get right on this, a circle. You wanna cut right down beside it, here, and then slice your knife right down like that, and look at this. Right away, put it in your bowl. There we go, chunks. Amazing. These meat just here, chunks. Look, I've almost cut almost half of it right now. This is under a minute, guys. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to throw away, unless I'm throwing them, because I'm throwing them at this point. Ready? Clean and neat. And then let's go to the other side. I like to time you because I am under a minute here. Ready? And then slice, 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 and in we get. Here, and here, and here. And go to the other side. Slice, slice, slice. There you go. And the last one, you got this nice stalk in the center. If you're juicing it, you can use a stalk because a lot of the bromelain happens to be in the center here. And there we go. And then all we do, guys, pick this baby up and you throw it away. So I'm gonna put this in my sink right here, and bam, that was under a minute. But most people don't know that. Now, unfortunately, you cannot have pineapple and have the same effect if you have pineapple from a can or if you have pineapple that is in a carton and you have the juice. You can juice this as long as it's fresh, again, because the enzymes denature. Guys, this is super easy. I eat about a quarter, maybe 4 pieces every day that I'm working out, and I have, again, zero inflammation from exercising, and I feel amazing every single day. Guys, you are the most important person in the world. Choose you. You're worth it.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are 2 good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solutions Center. With your insurance, you may qualify to get a new CGM right now at little or no cost to you. By wearing a small remote device, you can immediately reduce the painful finger sticks. They're accurate, easy to use, and help you make better diabetes treatment decisions. If you take insulin 3 or more times a day or use an insulin pump, I want you to call right now and take advantage of our free shipping offer.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. And we're back to say goodbye because we have to run to do production, but the commercial banks are in, and I have to go through them with you so that we can tell people to call. Thank you to Lindsay for Echo Trail Trekker.
January 20th of 2023. Check that out. It is a full-blown health, wellness, walkathon, marathon, health and fitness, booths, seminars, speakers, and it's going to be at the Embassy Suites right here in Boca Raton. So more information to come on that. If you're looking to sponsor the event or become a vendor, let us know or check it out, Eco Trail Trekker.
You can even come here to do that.
Also, we've got October 12th, which is right around the corner. It is next Wednesday. There's a silent auction and raffle for the Alzheimer's Association, a disco night. That looks like a lot of fun up in Royal Palm Beach. And then the Alzheimer's Walk fundraiser, which is for Team Lillian, Saturday, October 29th. Wow, it's right around the corner.
And there's an event tonight. But we don't have the flyer.
We don't have that one.
But there is an event tonight.
Okay.
And I told her that I would mention it at the midday show, but
All
now
right.
that you
More
brought it up.
information to come. Tune in to Movie Wars, movie trivia, if you are on Facebook, at 11 o'clock right here with Daniel and Josh. So more to come. See if you have your movie trivia intact. Play along. We should do a whole play along side of this game also.
Well, you also said we were going to do that drink thing. You said.
Next Thursday. We're going to do it next Thursday.
At
Our
what
virtual
time?
wine event, 6 o'clock.
So if you want to join virtually or in person, let us know because.
Grab your glass of wine.
But you got to let people know. Virtual wine event.
Got to put that out. All right, things to catch up on. I'm out for one day. Lots of things to do.
Things happen every day.
All right, have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. It is October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. November is Movember for Men's Health Awareness Month. So
It's also Latino Heritage Month.
that's this month, isn't it? October. We should be doing something about that.
We should definitely do something La Bamba.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Have a great
La
morning.
Bamba. Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.